Hey YouTube, my name is Erin and this is my very first video. I've been trying to do YouTube for maybe about 3 years. So here I am. And I'm looking to get in some type of connection with other women who think and feel like me. I'm 31 years old and I had my first baby a year ago. And having a baby is the most defining, I guess, moment that I could ever think of in my whole life. Like, it's so easy to just feel like you can just fly off the seat of your pants and do whatever you want to. But when you really have to think about somebody else, you can't just get up and go the way you want to get up and go. And I mean, of course, that's the top thing that everybody talks about or whatever, just having that transformation that you can't just do what you want to do anymore. But even more so than that, figuring out how to become yourself in conjunction with a baby versus now you're just a mom. For so long, I've just been in this mode of, oh, I'm the mama, I gotta do this, I gotta do that, I gotta do the other. And it's very hard to step into myself. And outside of me having a baby, I'm 31 years old, you know? So it's quite a challenge going through the quote-unquote 30 blues and also having a newborn baby. And I'm living in a brand new state. It's just it's a trifecta of like uncomfortability, whatever. And it just feels so weird. Like now, even me getting on YouTube, this is something that I've been doing for a while now, granted, but I didn't have the drive to do it until now. So although motherhood did take me to a place where it's like, I don't know what I want to do, it also gave me a lot of clarity in making decisions that are not just going to fulfill what I want for right now, but just to do something that makes me happy outside of just doing something that makes, you know, my son happy or our family happy or whatever the case may be. I mean, it's doing something that genuinely makes me happy. I sat up and thought about like all of the things that I want to do or just the essence of me. And it's like, how do you manage to do none of those things? And that's what I've been doing. So right now, I'm on YouTube. And, you know, motherhood is the greatest thing that you could ever experience. It really is. And it teaches you a lot about yourself. It teaches you, you know, patience. It teaches you understanding. It teaches you so many things that you might not think about on a regular, you know, day-to-day basis or how it's changing you or whatever. But I'm happy. You know, it does get stressful at times. Just thinking about, like I said, you know, you go through the excitement, you know, when you get pregnant, everybody's just like, oh, yay, and they're so excited for you and everything. Meanwhile, like, at least for me, I wasn't connected to my son connected to him without seeing him until maybe I was about 8 months pregnant. 7.5, 8 months pregnant. And then even when he was born, it was still just like a shock. Like, I don't know what to do. I have this thing and I'm responsible for it. It can't care for itself. So I have to literally do everything for this baby. And that was hard on me because I never had to do that. You know, even though I have a younger sister, my younger sister is 10 years younger than me, but it was never my responsibility to like, oh, do this, what I should do. You know, like the various different things that you would say, you know, to do for your sibling. I didn't have those things. So it's always been just me taking care of me. And me taking care of a completely other person who is, of course, my person is just like, it's so shocking, but it's a great feeling. It truly is. I mean, you know, my son, he's almost a year and a half now. But yeah, he tries me every day. And every day I just have to figure out how to be able to do me and do him at the same time. You know, that's the most confusing part, you know, because it's like you really do want to get out and do things that you're used to doing, but you don't want to take away from the child. You don't want to feel like you're not being a good parent. And although, you know, I still may go get my nails and toes done or something like that, but me, as far as what I want to do with my life, like, I don't want, this may sound really jacked up, but I don't want a job. I don't. Not that I just want to sit at home and do nothing. And I was fortunate enough to be able to be at home with him for almost a year, the first year of his birth. And dealing with a baby every day, day in and day out, is not the most fun thing you can think about, if you can imagine. But it is very fulfilling. And also, in addition to that, I also get to really pick my own brain and figure out what I really want to do. You know, making someone else money for the rest of my life has never been anything that I was interested in, ever. It's just that now I'm so uninterested in it that I just don't know. Like, you know, you look for a job and everything, and it's not like I haven't gotten leads or anything like that, but it's just like, I'm not as enthusiastic about it because it's not what I want to do. And at the same time, I am a supreme procrastinator and just like a supreme person that just talks themselves out of everything. And whereas before it didn't bother me as much, now it really is, because I end up talking myself out of things that are really good for me and talking myself into things and situations that may not be in my best interest. And that is why I am sitting in my room making this video, because for so long I've just been like, oh, I want to make YouTube videos, oh, I want to make YouTube videos, oh, I want to make YouTube videos, and then never make them. So what is the point in that? So here it is, and I'm very excited. But yeah, I just wanted to come on here and introduce myself and just, you know, put out a little bit about, you know, myself and what I'm looking to gain from YouTube. I really want to come in contact with other people who are going through some of the same things that I'm going through. What I want is to speak to women who are feeling a little less than sexy, feeling like you have to live up to some standard that whoever is setting for you, just feeling like you have to be everything to everybody, and instead just being ourselves and being happy with what we have and being happy with how our bodies look. And if you want to change something, then go change something. You know, I was having a conversation and I was like, man, you know, I gotta get up, I gotta make sure he sleeps so that, you know, I don't have to have like a crying baby in the background while I'm recording. And, you know, then I gotta go put on my makeup. And he was just like, makeup? He was like, why are you, you know, putting on makeup for the video? And, but this is my point. Like, he was like, you know, it's kind of superficial or whatever. And although it may be, at the same time, I feel like I would rather go to the store and buy whatever makeup I want and just, you know, watch my YouTube videos, see how I'm about to contour and do all of this extra junk that I have no idea how to do. But I would rather do that than to be up in somebody's doctor's office talking about, can you nip this and tuck that? I mean, no shade to the people who do that, but it's just, it's not for me, you know? Like, I want my natural body, my natural beauty. I want all of that to shine through, even if I do put on makeup. So what? I got on makeup. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. And I like putting on makeup. It's fun for me. I sat in the bathroom for an hour and a half. Just trying stuff, wiping it off, trying some other stuff, wiping that off. Like, it's fun. Like, I enjoy it. So why not? Even if my message, or you know what I'm coming on YouTube to even do videos about, is empowering women, I also want to empower women to be okay with, if you do want to make yourself look better by doing this, or even if you do want to go get a nip and a tuck, go get a nip and a tuck because you want to change something about yourself for you. Don't do it for anybody else, for a man, for because this magazine say you're supposed to be this size, because this book tell you that you're supposed to look like this and that this is the standard of beauty. Like, no. If you want to go do whatever you want to do to yourself, make sure that it is for you and make sure that it is going to make you happy. That is it. I got on makeup. Somebody else got a tummy tuck. Somebody else got their booty done. I happen to not need my booty done. Now that tummy tuck, if I get to a certain point in life where it's not coming off the right way, guess where I'm gonna be. I'm just saying, if I got the money for that, I will, you know, go nip and tuck this and that. But please believe that it will not be for anybody else besides my sweet, precious self. All right. Well, that's it, YouTube. That is it. I'm Erin. I'll be back. I don't know how often I'm going to put up videos. I will check. I will see. I don't know. I'm just going to have fun with it. And I'm going to do whatever floats my boat with it. All right? Peace.